what, Charlie? I think he's right, dude. Only a couple jaBROnis come out here without skates on. I gotta do this thing in skates, man. You know, work up a routine, really jazz the crowd.
You know, can I stop you, though?
Yeah.
You keep using this word jaBROni, and it's awesome.
First of all, iconic. I didn't know people still use the word jaBROni. The last time I've heard that, I think, was 1990. It was a tremendous throwback.
I never stopped using it.
You've been using it ever since?
Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah,
And then everyone said jaBROni.
What is that? The future of radio, you jaBROnis.
jaBROnis. Cool word.
Hey, jaBROni, show some class.
She's right, Andy. You're being a jaBROni.
jaBROni, jaBRONI, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
We don't believe you jaBROnis. Nah. We don't believe you jaBROnis. Nah. We don't believe you jaBROnis.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the jaBROnis. We are live. I don't have it here. It's laying up on the mantle.
What the fuck is this?
Reigning, defending, undisputed jaBROni world champion. See if things will change in a little bit. He is Mike Butler.
Hi.
What's going on?
Well, tough week. Aside from, everything that we talked about jaBROni of the week last week, had to say goodbye to said dog. Not easy. Not easy. Never is.
Yeah.
But aside from that, normal week. But I'll dedicate my future championship reign to Bellarucci.
Oh my God. Does that make me like a heel because I want to win?
I mean, you should probably take the L this week to either of us, me or Dana. But especially. But I mean, if you want to be a dick, sure, whatever.
I'll have to say on that note, I sent you these Phillies fans. I'm assuming I'm assuming they filmed like every single time.
Had to have.
So there's a thing where Castellanos hits a home run during something and something bad happens and Castellanos hits a home run. It's happened like 3 or 4 times already. So these two guys who were at the Phillies Marlins game, every time Castellanos had a pitch thrown to him, they did this little bit where the one guy said like, "Oh, my dog just died." And they cut to Castellanos, and it just so happens, I think in the 9th inning, or was it 8th or 9th inning, Castellanos hit a home run, and they posted the video. I said this to Mike, completely, like, not even thinking. And then after I said it, like 20 minutes later, I texted. I was like, I feel really bad I sent that since, like, you just lost your dog, and I sent, like, a video about.
You're trying to get into my head on pay-per-view.
That's what it was.
That's fucked up. Going after the dog is low-hanging fruit.
I'm not a good guy. I'm not the guy. I'm the bad guy.
Fair enough.
All right, so we got some shit to get into before we talk SummerSlam. So I sent you a message last night, seeing if you saw anything about Tony Khan with the. I think I sent you the.
Oh yeah, we had a whole conversation about it. Anyway.
So there's this wrestler, Lou Fisto.
Is that what she is? I thought she was like a journalist or something.
She's let's see here, a First Lady of Hardcore, Mother of Superior Violence, Indie Wrestling Hall of Famer, 26 years of violence. So I'm gonna pull this up here so we can all. I mean, if you're listening, we're gonna say it, but if you're watching,
we should not say it. We should
just stare at it.
Watch YouTube or Twitter or Twitch.
So, we're gonna share this bad boy up right here, and I'm gonna get rid of this little overlay here. All right.
I like that we're screen sharing now. It's so cool.
So she starts off by saying, had a 1-hour phone call with a current AEW talent. The woman who actually addressed the problems I did today were the ones sent home by Tony Khan. There was a meeting to shoot on Thunder Rosa that Khan attended. Before leaving, he reminded them that their segments were the lowest. When some girls arranged a meeting to talk about Baker's crew, one of them ran to Britt to let her know. The girls that wanted to address the problem were the ones punished. Things didn't get better, they got worse. The legitimate wrestlers believe Tony doesn't give a damn about women's wrestling and feel like they are going back to the Divas era. Ask me who the fuck I am. Tell me I'm irrelevant, and then I'm doing this just for attention. Call me a liar. Tell me to kill myself. Wow. You keep on closing your eyes, supporting human beings with shitty behavior. With the messages of support, and especially this phone call I received from AEW employees, this nobody did the right thing. So, looking like she maybe there was interest, and this is all going down apparently. What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't think it's a secret that women's wrestling in AEW has never been the focal point, I would say. I don't know how to feel about this because, like, I don't know. I've never heard of this person. I don't know. As much as we get on him and everything, I don't see Tony Khan doing this. I don't see him, like, I could see him flat out saying, like, yo, these women matches or these women segments are like our lowest rated stuff on TV. But I mean, what'd she say that he said about them? They flat out suck or something?
The meeting to shoot on Thunder Rosa that Khan attended he reminded them their segments were the lowest.
Well, there, yeah. She's not a credible source in my opinion, you know, like, and look, I'm like not an AEW fan. I'm not a Tony Khan fan. I'm not an AEW fan whatsoever. Trust me, give me a reason to talk shit on Tony Khan. I just don't see this. I would need more people to come out with their experience before I light any fire under this.
But it seems that it only involved AEW, so it's not like any of the female talent who are under contract are going to come out and be like, yeah, this happened.
Right, but I'm sure there have been other women who don't work there anymore that could say something.
That is
true. We haven't seen that. Like, and also, like, where is Thunder Rosa? Thunder Rosa, I guess, is still technically contracted by them, right?
Yeah, it seems like she was possibly going to be coming back to, I guess, Collision.
Rather, right?
A Rampager? No, I think she's.
I meant Collision.
But I've not heard of anything really of that. But we have to get to the great comments now of this through some of the people, some of these people on Twitter. We have got Richie here. Punk and Moxley were right then about working environment of this company. Jobber Nation here.
He's infamous on now X. He's infamous on X among the AEW elitists.
Thank you for exposing Tony Khan and Britt Baker. This should never be tolerated. All of us AEW fans demand answers from Tony Khan now. People even adding Jobber Nation. Let's see. We got other sides now. The show was main evented by women. ROH pay-per-view was main evented by women. How the heck Tony not care about women? It's strange. Women are getting way less time on Raw.
Not accurate.
This dude's trying to start shit. I was going to accuse you of drama, but then I realized you're a professional wrestler. Carry on. I'm interrupting. Ah, you troll. How would not like that? Bro, all right, let's see. Anything else interesting here?
Someone said they feel bad for Thunder Rosa. Poor thing.
I feel so bad for Thunder Rosa. There she is.
So why is Thunder Rosa the focal point? Because she was getting shit talked by a bunch of these people and Tony Khan, basically, allegedly.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right, but that popped up. I saw yesterday, and
Nothing's gonna come of it.
yeah, I don't. Does he even comment on this?
No. I like. What's the end game here? I know you're maybe trying to raise awareness, but I don't think anyone's gonna take you seriously. Like again, I say, I'm not like the demographic. Okay, I like the mainstream people. I don't know who you are.
Dude, she's a indie Hall of Famer of 26 years, right?
Fuck if I know. That's good. You could tell me she's been in on the indie scene for 50 years. I'd believe you.
But yeah, I mean, just we get.
I mean, let's look at this statistically. I guess
I love stats.
Women's, we know women's segments. They're not good. Whether it's WWE, whether it's AEW, they're not the highest rated, right? I mean,
that's a way to put it. Yes,
they're not the highest rated. Doesn't mean they're not bad or good. It's just no one's watching them. So, they have to improve that.
Agreed. I mean,
and going into the WWE side here, they're just as bad, if not worse, than AEW as far as the women segments go. Like, I think the WWE women get more time, but like, not in good ways. Like, they'll have their segments on Raw and on SmackDown, but sometimes the payoffs aren't great. Trish and Becky, prime example. This big long feud, not even getting paid off tomorrow.
Yes, that's here. We got that. They said there's not enough time, maybe with the PLE, but then there's
8 matches. They usually have 14.
And I guess they have certain time limits, but then also there's a chance that they could add the Rhea match, which they're waiting for her to be cleared apparently. So I don't know. There's still a chance that could happen. But I wanted to ask you now too, who is like the best promo for women in WWE?
I mean, I
think of like 2?
I was thinking of 2, and Rhea's one of them.
Yeah.
I just love when she has a mic. I love everything she says. I believe everything she says. And honestly, this I don't know if this counts, but I mean Trish.
I was thinking
Becky's more like she's up there too. Like if I'm going like full time, I would put Becky at maybe 2. But right now, I mean, Trish, I feel like is just on fire with this "Thank You, Trish" stuff.
I like Bianca too.
All right, I for me, it's like who's capturing my attention, and like when Bianca has a microphone,
need me a
not paying attention.
Bad Bianca.
Yeah, like when Bianca or Bailey or Charlotte, they have the mic, I don't pay attention. But when Rhea comes out, I don't know if it's because it's with the Judgment Day or what, but when she comes out, grabs the mic and starts talking, I'm into it. Same with Becky, same with Trish right now. They're all good. They're all good in the ring, and they're all good. It's just, I think they're the best. Those other 3 are the better promos.
But it seems like we're gonna get the payoff to Becky and Trish on Raw.
Stupid.
So
stupid.
We'll see what what comes of that. So there was an interview with Sheamus, and he talked about after his Gunther battle last September, Clash at the Castle, that he kind of thought that they really did nothing with his momentum, which, hey, I mean, yeah, they did.
Probably should have won the Intercontinental title. It's true.
But I guess other plans were probably put into motion before. The same reason why Drew didn't win at Clash as well. I mean, so I'm sorry, Sheamus.
He's a professional. He's fine. He's a Hall of Famer.
He's great. He was in a Ninja Turtle movie once.
He's peaked. He's good, and he peaked very well. But I get it. Talk about brother.
I don't see this happening, but there's talks of Warner Brothers Discovery being interested in WWE programming.
Yeah, is this like because like they have to do a TV deal soon, right?
Yeah, and then Fox apparently isn't well. I think they kind of like lost like over $100 some million on their TV deal with SmackDown, so I don't think they're willing to pay the amount of money that they made their last TV deal. So now, yeah, you get these little reports out. You think like WWE is going to end up on like a Turner network?
I mean, no, I don't. I just put everything on USA. Like
the monopoly of wrestling is just Warner Brothers.
What's USA got going on Fridays? You know, just put on USA.
They got like Suits on, or does that show Suits on still?
I don't think it's still on. No.
Damn. Put Suits on.
You know, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, it's never bothered me what channel the show is on. Like, I get it, it's important to them. But, like, I guess more people have Fox in their homes, right? I just, in this day and age with streaming and stuff, I mean, I feel like everyone should have all those channels. You know,
yeah, somehow on one of those, they're available for like YouTube TV. I don't know how everything else works. I know it's like I have Sling, and I know it's part of one of the colored packages. If it's blue or orange,
still do blue and orange and stuff. That's cool.
I don't even know. I just know I have both of them. They might have just did. I just know I pay like
I remember
$32.
I remember having Sling, and I was watching an Eagles game, and right after it, it's like, hey, hope you enjoyed this. Look, we're not going to carry Fox anymore. And I was like, oh, all right, then I'm getting rid of Sling then. But then I think they got it back.
Yeah, I know my SmackDown when it tapes, it's randomly like either like it sometimes is Philly, sometimes it's like Chicago, sometimes it's like the Cleveland feed.
Oh, really?
I don't know how it works. Yeah, like you can randomly see like the little city in the bit, but I felt like I've gotten different city feeds like on a weekly basis sometimes.
Yeah, well, Hulu, they do that with TNT. I get the TNT East and the TNT West channels.
You'll be like, tonight on the 10 o'clock Cincinnati News. You're like, wait, what the fuck?
So like if I really liked an episode of AEW Dynamite or Rampage or whatever TNT's holding right now, I could watch it on the East. And then right after the East Coast one is done, I could switch over to TNT West and be like, I know what happened.
You tell them what's happening.
All these dumb people in that stadium, they don't know what happens yet, but I do.
I saw it. I was there.
I'm in the future. Whoa, fuck you.
I put it just because it was cool to just put the title, but Jim Ross says Tony Schiavone's Schiavone's balls look like two marbles in a toe sack. Have you ever heard that said before?
I've never heard it said before. Never even heard of said toe sack.
I don't know what it
What
says.
do you? What is a toe sack? Do you put your toes in it? Why are your toes off of your foot?
Yeah, I don't know why you put like socks. Are toe sacks like a sock?
I feel like they are toe. Maybe that's the Oklahoma version of a sock. What is a toe sack? And why are you commenting on Tony Schiavone's balls?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what comes up apparently in the Grilling JR podcast. So I guess JR is they're really running out of things to talk about over there on the Grilling JR podcast. So I'm sure a lot of people listen to it. I'm sure, but
yeah, I tried an episode. Toe sack, also known as a gunny sack, is a large sack traditionally made of burlap, formed from jute, hemp, sisal, or other natural fibers. So, I guess he's saying that his balls are big, or they're he said marbles, right?
Yeah.
So tiny balls and a huge sack. He's got some excess skin going.
Okay, I see I got it now. Yeah. I got it. You just guided me through that now.
There you go.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Right.
Great research.
Stop it. We're missing our fact checker, so I took over the reins.
So we were big boomers this Wednesday. Watching some Dynamite, you were like, "Yo, you watching it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm at this part." You're like right near me, and then I texted you like, "Is RVD gonna come out?" RVD came out.
I was so pumped. It was the most I loved AEW.
She said it was great. You're like, Tony Khan's the greatest, Booker of the year. Forget that woman stuff. It's fine. I forgive him.
Slander the woman all you want. Just give me RVD.
Third to lowest. Give me RVD versus Jungle Jack Perry. So yeah, I guess that's happening next week on Dynamite.
Yeah. Or it could. They could. I wouldn't be surprised if they held it for pay-per-views.
Save it for the pay-per-view. So I did come across on Twitter some rumored matches so far for, I guess it would be, what is it? All In.
All In.
All right. Oh, and this is from the Observer. So there's 6 here so far. If you wanted to hear about them, I'm sure most of them kind of would make sense. I don't really think
there's no, sure, fine. That's fine.
All right, I'll start at the bottom here because this just happened. Jeff Jarrett versus Grotto.
Who's Grotto?
Grotto. I don't know if the clip was online, but he was on. Grotto wrestled in ROH a lot. But he was on. They were on a podcast, and Grotto was interviewing Jeff Jarrett, and Jeff Jarrett put a guitar through his head
on the podcast.
Yes, so I guess they
released it.
Yeah, it's the clip of him doing it. It's on social media, so I'm assuming they're doing some kind of
loophole here or a plot hole rather. If we're doing a podcast and I bash you in the head with a guitar, are you going to release that after you get up? It's like, oh man, that sucked.
Post
release. Suckers. Just a plot hole. Oh no. All right, cool. That's one.
We have CM Punk versus either Samoa Joe, Ricky Starks, or Jay White. Then there's the Blackpool Combat Club versus Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, and somebody else. Ospreay and Jericho. Omega, take a shit.
This is for the Wembley show?
This is for All In. FTR versus the Young Bucks.
See, I don't know. None of that draws. I mean, I'm drawn in just based off Cole and MJF alone. But none of those other matches excite me that much.
So yeah, before we talk about the other company, let's talk about Adam Cole. I saw a lot of stuff online, theories, everything going out. They had another a great segment. MJF is giving Adam Cole his title match. It's going to be the main event in Wembley. Pulled the contract out. Adam Cole signed it. Now, are we going to find out there's some shenanigans in that contract somewhere?
I don't think so.
To which, like I said, we were saying this before, how are we going to book two pay-per-views back to back? Like, we're going to have some rematches maybe or something. So is something crazy going to happen where we're going to have to run it back the next weekend? I don't know. People were putting out the pictures of the Adam Cole hug. The way he was hugging MJF was the same way he hugged Roddy Strong. We all know what happened there. It's everyone loves MJF. Everyone loves Adam Cole. I really think they're going to be somehow doing this devastating turn.
Yeah. See, I think it's going to be your typical MJF heel ass move, and he's going to win the match via diamond ring or something like that, and then book it again the next week. I don't think there's necessarily going to be anything in the contract, unless you know something that I don't know. Which I feel like sometimes talking to you.
No, I'm just thinking because they're pulling the contract out, and the people who think that MJF's going to continue what he always does and stab the other person in the back, he could
like,
and again,
you didn't read the contract. You have to lay down and let me win.
And I don't even know what would be the little thing. Again, if I sat down and thought about it for like an hour, I could probably come up with a few. But I know that like that little tool right there of him getting it and just signing it real quick, there's something you could work with that there. Or, I mean, you do the match and maybe MJF wins clean, and then the turn happens then. And that's what leads to Dynamite and then right into All Out. I could see that. And then you don't really know. What were your thoughts? Because we didn't get to talk about this either because we recorded before it. CM Punk came out and he finally revealed what's in the bag and pulled out the title and put the X over it. People were letting it be known that he specifically put the lines over the E, the elite part of the title, and left the A and the W. Oh, that's how an X works out, actually, though. When you do it, the thing in the middle, the E, would be completely. But we don't know if this title could end up just being the title of Collision, or he confronts MJF at some point.
He's got to. I think it's stupid if you have your own title.
Can you have that quick of a turnaround where maybe it's MJF and Punk at All Out, like the week?
I mean, I don't think they will do it then. Like, I think they're going to have this title floating around Collision for a little bit. It's just, unless like you make it known on TV that these shows are separate from these shows, I don't think there's a point to having these a separate world championship. You know, I mean, we were doing the same shit with the WWE. There was no point to having two separate championships if they weren't going to separate the brands. I think eventually that'll be unified. I think there's a story there. I think one of them has to drop it, I guess, to do heel face. And so I don't know who drops what. I doubt it would be MJF. And Punk, I think, is technically a heel. He's acting very heely. So
Ricky Starks was kind of being a heel with him. Yeah, I guess everyone's a heel. Everyone's a heel.
Everyone's kind of a heel in AEW. Like everyone's a heel in AEW. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I randomly the other day on my Spotify I have that's like AI DJ that just plays music for you, and it was like I'm gonna play some music from All Elite Wrestling, and it played like the Hangman like the interlude and everything with like the whistle in and like the slow build up to his, and I was just like, damn, it reminded me of just like how like over he was as a face, and then like again like what the fuck have they do? Like he's just completely on the back burner of things. He's just like with the Elite, but it's like what the fuck happened with Hangman?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that shit with Punk still like has affected him big time with the whole not taking advice thing or whatever. I don't know. I just miss me some Hangman not being attached with all. And you see all these like rumored matches coming up. It's like Kenny's got a match. The Young Bucks got a match. It's like, where's Hangman at? Where's his match?
Oh, your former world champion. Where is he?
Like one of your biggest faces in the history of your company, who was like fighting for your interim title against Jericho. And then you did this whole build to him winning the tag titles with Omega. And then that whole build to him beating the belt collector. And he's just kind of in the background. That's when you go through all of it, like right now, that's horrible.
Terrible.
It's a damn shame.
Yes.
All right. We need to liven this up now.
Real quick before we get off of AEW, have you heard a lot about the AEW game?
I heard people were upset, but I heard they announced something about a update that's supposed to be coming out soon.
Didn't hear about that, but yeah, a lot of people are upset. A lot of people.
They posted something saying stay tuned about some kind of like update or DLC something coming out. I saw that the other day on.
They're like, really?
On the X.
Interesting.
Have you been playing the game a lot?
No. So it's funny. We've gotten to the point where it's kind of outlived its usage for now. Those AEW guys, they fool you.
Oh no.
Well, it's just like it's very bare bones. You know, the career mode, they said it was deep. It ain't deep. It's got some replayability to it, but once you beat it, you don't need to play it again, really, unless you want a whole bunch of useless mini games. There's nothing, you know. The DLCs haven't dropped yet. You don't know when they're dropping, and for people who bought the season pass or bought the Elite Edition, you really haven't gotten your money's worth yet. And they can release all these tweets that I'm looking at right now saying that stay tuned for official announcements regarding updates and stuff like that in the coming weeks. But come on, you got to give them something. I I know they have that Stadium Stampede thing coming out. I thought it would be out already. They've been promoting that for a while. That's why I haven't touched the game yet, because they haven't.
Probably probably the update.
The internet, like the online on that, is not great to begin with. So I don't know how they're going to pull a battle royale mode off. Probably why it hasn't come out yet. But a lot of people not happy with this, and it's funny because that first week or two, even I was like, "Yo, this game's fun," but then nothing. Even, just like when AEW started, that first week or two, this is fun. Well, then it got less fun.
I'm glad I didn't buy it.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And the worst part is you can buy the season pass, or you can buy the DLC pack separately, right? They're charging a lot, and it's like, I don't know what the DLC packs for like the WWE games go for, like if you don't buy the season pass, but I know for a fact that you're getting more than 2 wrestlers in a pack, and some people are paying like $14 for a AEW DLC pack, and you're only getting like 2 people.
Yeah, usually with WWE, it's at least like 5. I
5, 6, yeah, all the time, no matter what. It's just, and then with like future updates, because this is not going to be a yearly release game. It's going to just get updates through and through. You're going to end up paying for more and more DLC packs, and it's just like, man, come on.
Yeah,
I just wanted to throw that out there.
I'm glad I didn't get WWE this year's game. I'm glad I didn't get AEW's game. I still kind of want to get the show. I'm thinking about maybe getting it and then like letting it download and playing it tonight. I feel like I'm slacking.
It's supposed to be like 50% off right now, I think.
See,
Sure.
I gotta hop on it.
But see, WWE 2K is very fun. I don't care what anyone says. I keep going back to it.
I felt like when they released it, it was already outdated. I hate that shit when you have to just like.
This is so much fun. I love playing with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's so worth it.
He'll be back one day. Maybe.
Possibly.
But probably not. All right. Before we get into predictions, last week we started. We played a little like game segment, a little quiz where we did. It was the most. What was last week's? The most wins in the most matches.
Most matches in WWE.
And it was like 15. So we kind of just ran through and we guessed, and we Mike ended up. We got those 15. We figured them out.
It took a little longer than it should have. But there were some tricky ones in there.
There were. We try to give clues, but sometimes not so obvious. But so I know I have one. I believe you have one as well.
I do. Mine's hard though. I don't think you'll be able to even come close to getting it.
All right. Well, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to do yours first, or do you want me to do mine first?
I got one here ready. Let me pick. Let's do the. All right, yeah. Let's do. You can choose. No. You can't choose. I want to try to do a. All right. The wrestlers that have held the most titles in WWE history, not counting 24/7 or hardcore. Most titles. So
just overall,
we got
like
9.
all of them. All of them.
We got 9 of them. Number 1 is 31 titles. Number 9 is 18.
All right. And there's 9 people. All right. Well, let's get at the obvious one.
That's the list that he gave. It ranges from 31 to 18. So.
All right. Let's get the obvious one out of the way. Let's go Edge.
Edge is number 1.
Yeah.
with 31.
After that, it gets complicated.
So I could say
because you want to say John Cena, but John Cena has only held a couple U.S. title reigns. He's got like 15, 16 WWE title reigns, and then he's held the tag titles a couple times. Like that's it, you know. So I don't think he's on that list at all. I don't think Triple H is on that list. Ric Flair.
This is every time they win a title.
Right.
It's one.
Right. Ric Flair.
And you don't think John Cena's on that list?
He's been 16 for WWE / World Heavyweight. He's been like a 3-time, that's 19. And like US 3 times, that's 22. He's got to have in the low 20s. But all right, John Cena, since you're saying something.
All right, because it's gonna steer you away. John Cena's number 2.
Wow, really?
With 25. He's tied with somebody else who's at number 3 also has 25. I will say that there's 3 people who are not in this company anymore. They are in another company, which we just got done talking about. That'll be my big clue for 3 people.
Ric Flair has to be on there then.
Ric Flair is a X.
Shut the fuck up. He's had the same amount of titles as Cena. World titles.
WWE history.
Oh, I want my X back.
Yeah, I'll give it back to you. That's fine. WWE. These are all people. They're all people that you know. Most are around. All of these guys you see on TV. All of them. One of them's injured right now.
Chris Jericho.
2 of them are injured right now, but you all see him on TV. Chris Jericho is the guy that's tied with John Cena.
All those
25.
All those intercontinental titles.
So you guessed it in order. You've gotten 1, 2, and 3.
You know who I kind of this might be a little bit of a stretch, but he's always bragging that he's a 2-time Grand Slam champion. I'm gonna go The Miz.
The Miz is number 7 on the list with 20.
Okay.
Someone else also has 20 as well. They're all that. The Miz has worked with all of these people. It's that kind of like.
I feel like Kofi's on there. Is Kofi on there?
Kofi's on there, number 5, 22. You're killing it.
I really want to say.
You got number 4, number 6, number 8, and number 9. You only got 4 left.
Would it be cheating if I asked who the number 9, how many he has?
9's 18. It went from 31 to 18. 18
Triple H?
Triple H is number 4 with 24.
Wow, that's way more than I thought. I thought he would be number 9.
So you got Edge 31, Cena 25, Jericho 25, Triple H 24, Kofi 22, The Miz 20, but you have somebody else who has 20, and then you have someone who had 19 and 18.
So I got 3 more.
3 left.
I'm pretty proud.
And I remember that little clue I said before about a few of them.
I don't remember your clue.
That some of them are not with this company anymore.
Oh wow! All right.
I said 3 of them, and you did say
1 of them, right?
You said Chris Jericho. Ponder this here. I'm filling my wine up right here.
Pondering. No, I don't want to talk. I'm gonna save that for a desperation pick because I don't think he would be on there. I'm going to try and not think of the AEW guys right now. All right. I need 3 left. I got 3 strikes. Shawn Michaels. I'm willing to give up an X.
Shawn Michaels is not on there.
Okay, I'm willing to give up an X. All right. I had to. He was Grand Slam champion, had to.
I feel like he's probably like 10.
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to think of like historically good, because like Jericho held that Intercontinental title for like 9 times, I think, or 10 times. I knew The Miz had it a bunch. I knew he had the U.S. title a bunch.
Think Cena. I think someone who like feuded with Cena a lot for.
I was gonna say Randy, but I just he's 14. He has 14 world championship reigns.
That's fine, but think about all the other titles and tag titles.
No, I know. And I'm trying to like add it all up in my head. Like I think the Intercontinental title he only held that one really long time. And I was like, that's 15. And then
he had the U.S. title twice. He had the tag titles several times with several different people.
All right, let's throw him in there. Orton.
Randy Orton is number 6. He has 20 as well. As
20? It's like I knew he had I didn't know he had the U.S. title multiple times. I knew he had it at least once. Then the tag teams, I was just thinking Rated RKO and RK Bro.
I know they get Randy got the U.S. title at some point during like that whole like Rusev Day bullshit. I feel
he
had it. You have 8 and 9 left, and
they're both AEW guys.
They're both AEW guys. You got this. You got 2 strikes to work with. You have to think of 2 former WWE guys that work at.
I have one, but I don't want to say his name at all. I don't think it definitely is not Mox. Trying to think of AEW guys that used to work for. Oh.
And I have to say too, and 1 and 9 have
Punk.
1 and 9 have the connection.
No, wait, Christian?
I had to say it because I just saw it. Like,
man, I really never would have gotten Christian. I mean, I guess he's got like a lot of tag title reigns.
So then you got.
All right, so I got 2 strikes and 1 spot. All right, so then I'm going to go with my desperation one first, and I'll say the Big Show.
No.
Okay.
That's a good guess, though.
That was my desperation one. All right, so I got one more and one more. All right, I'm going to run down Punk here for a minute. He's a WWE champion multiple times. He won the world title once. Tag titles. Intercontinental title. He used to be an ECW champion. Does that count under this?
I guess they would acknowledge that.
I think it would be easier if I just try to remember who the hell is in AEW that used to be with WWE. All right, Punk.
If you come up with it, you're gonna. I guess that's a kind of. Once you think of it, you're gonna be like.
All right. So there was Punk.
Spoiler: it's not Punk.
All right. So not Punk, not Mox. What the fuck is in there that I'm missing? We already said Christian.
I can't believe you're not thinking of.
This goes to show how much I'm. What do you mean 2 of them?
I'm just saying that there's 2 versions of this person. The same last name. It could be one or the other, possibly.
Oh wait, is it a Hardy? Oh, it is a Hardy. It's just I don't know which one, huh? It's got to be Jeff then, right? Is it Jeff?
I don't know. Yeah, it's Jeff.
Jeff.
How many times did Matt Hardy won the WWE Championship? A bunch of times, right?
The WWE 0.
Yeah, I know. Jeff
former ECW one, but he had a lot of secondary ones. I think he won the Intercontinental, won the European tag titles, a whole bunch, ECW title, Cruiserweight title.
It's Jeff. So we're going to run it down here one more time. Wrestlers that have held the most titles in WWE history. We had 9 on the board. We got them. We had Edge with 31, Cena with 25, Jericho with 25, Triple H with 24, Kofi with 22, Randy and The Miz with 20, Jeff Hardy 19, and Christian 18. Bravo. It's a great job.
I you know what? I'm impressed. I did way better than that than the last one. I did. That's true. All right. Yours is going to be super hard. Like,
Don't like this.
It's simple. It's just you really have to start to think back. I went in the honor of SummerSlam weekend. I would like you to try to name the last 10 SummerSlam main events.
There's no way. I tried to remember Royal Rumble winners.
So from SummerSlam 2022 to SummerSlam 2012.
No,
I will give you a hint. I will give you some hint here.
I started watching hardcore again in 2015.
I was trying to figure out when you remembered it. So I'm gonna give you a hint. 1, 2,
So I would probably have
6,
to go.
7.
I would probably just have to work up from that, but that's super hard because it's like
So I will say this: Brock Lesnar has
Brock
been.
Lesnar's in SummerSlam 2015. He's in the. I know that one.
So he's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those main events.
So was SummerSlam 2012 with Was that with Triple H?
That's SummerSlam 2012. No DQ match.
All right. So I got 2012. Fucking, let's go.
That's the hardest one right there, I think.
2013. Punk was.
Yeah, try to think of the year. Try to think of the WrestleManias and see like what happened before some of the think about the WrestleMania main event for
13 and 13 is gonna be a rough one because I started like peeking in at like 14, 13, but I remember the Triple H and Lesnar had a match of Mania around 2029. All right, so I'm looking 2013. CM Punk is still in the company. Is that the year they did Punk and Brock?
I believe so.
So 2013 is Brock and CM Punk.
That was if it was, it's not the main event.
It wasn't the main event though. So John Cena has to be the main event then. John Cena. Oh fuck! What was that Mania?
Well, we already just established that Brock Lesnar and Triple H had a match at WrestleMania 29. The main event of WrestleMania 29 was The Rock versus John Cena. So try to work your way from there.
What? No, I'm so confused now. I was like, John Cena's not wrestling.
Don't think of Lesnar. I'll say that Lesnar is not in this main event.
Maybe let me skip 2013 for a second.
Okay.
2014 is after the Daniel Bryan winning the WWE Championship. So isn't so? No. So John Cena versus Daniel Bryan was the year prior?
Technically.
So, because Daniel Bryan beats John Cena, and then Randy cashes in on him.
So, what year is that?
That was 2013.
That's correct.
Let's go. All right.
It has the main event, Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton for the title. That's 2013.
So 2014 would be after this whole, yes, Daniel Bryan's the champion. He goes on to SummerSlam to defend against, and this is not, no, is it? That's not the main event. He's the main event. He's not the main event. Daniel Bryan.
Are you sure he was the champion? What's he been dealing with?
Oh, that's the year that he wait, the next year he wins. No, we're not talking about. So 2015 is when he's done.
Okay.
2015 is WrestleMania. In WrestleMania 31, he wins the IC title, and then Sheamus killed him the next night.
Sure.
And then he was done. So I'm still thinking of the year. I have to think of 2014 now.
Yeah, you have to think of 2014.
2015's Brock and Undertaker.
Very good.
So it's in between. All right.
How do you know that one?
That's because I love that, because that Seth got to weasel out of at a.
That's the Jon Stewart match, right?
Battleground with the he got to not have to defend it against Brock, and then he had the whole Cena feud and Jon Stewart. Yeah, that was great. Orange shirt, Cena. Fuck, this is bothering me. The SummerSlam 2014 main event. It's not Brock Lesnar.
He's in 8 of these, I've said, and you have already named
the 2 that he's not. So
no, you've already only named 1 that he's not. Right?
So Brock is right. So it's Brock versus Brock. It's not Daniel Bryan's not the champion. It's Brock. Who won the title?
He had to vacate it. And instead of a Money in the Bank match, that's where they crowned a new one.
Is it Brock Cena?
Brock Cena, Suplex City.
That's when he just dismantled him the whole time.
All right, so you have 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. And I haven't given you an X yet.
So 2016 would be. All right,
now,
so
the year 2016. It's after 32.
After 32 was Triple H and Roman Reigns was the main event. Roman Reigns beat Triple H. So SummerSlam would have to be. Is that the beginning of the? I don't want to know if I want to get a strike on this, but I feel like that might be the beginning of the. Well, no, the second part of. No, they had like 1 million matches.
What happened in 2016?
2016, AJ Styles came back. Triple H was doing the whole trying to fuck over. Triple H was the champion.
What happened after WrestleMania in 2016?
After WrestleMania,
Roman Reigns lose the title too.
After WrestleMania, Seth Rollins returned.
Okay.
Seth Rollins returned at Money in the Bank and won the title, and then Dean Ambrose cashed in Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
So at Money in the Bank, Dean Ambrose was the champion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the main event would be then Dean Ambrose, and then who was feuding with Dean Ambrose? Did they do Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, or was it Dean Ambrose?
We're getting a huge chunk of what happened in 2016. during all of that, what happened? What did they do?
What did they do? Who won the Rumble in 2016?
All right, so storyline at WrestleMania, Shane McMahon wanted to take over Raw.
And
what
then
did he do?
he wanted to take over. Oh, he wrestled. That wasn't the main event though?
No, but what did he wanted to take over Raw, right? So like what happened in this like beginning of the summer? There was a
brand split.
A brand split.
Right.
There was a brand split. So Dean Ambrose didn't have to be in the main event. And remember, Lesnar was in a lot of these.
I always think I'm just trying to think of that. That was the year that it was Lesnar, and I got 3 strikes to work with. Was it Lesnar Reigns?
It was not. No.
All right. So I can get that out of the way. And I know Lesnar Daniel Bryan didn't happen until like fucking Survivor Series. Survivor Series.
This was also the year. This might give it away. I don't know if I want to say it. I'll be like shallow with it. This was also a year you may have seen Lesnar somewhere else.
He was in. No, that I thought. Well, wait. So now I just wasted on something that I thought happened the next year. So it's fucking Randy Orton.
2016, Lesnar. And
I thought that was 17.
17 is going to be super hard. I don't think you'll get it. I will say, I will give you this. 17 was a multi-man match.
Which one was 2017? So was it like a 4-way?
It was a 4-way.
So Brock Lesnar has to be involved in it.
That's one.
Definitely
so forgettable. I don't remember watching this at all.
No. So I went to that Baltimore pay-per-view, which was Great Balls of Fire? Which was
we're on the right track.
Okay, so Roman Reigns was in that match. All right, so it was Brock, Roman, that's fucking when Samoa Joe came out and he was like, "You'll fucking Samoa Joe and fucking Braun Strowman."
Very good. That was 2017, 2018.
So Brock's only not involved in like
one more match. One more match he's not involved in. And you still got 2018, you got 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. He's not involved in 2 more of these. I'm sorry. 2 more of these.
2018.
So you got him. He's involved in 1, 2, 3 more.
2018 would be the year that would be WrestleMania 30. Wait, 34? That's the one I went to? All right, so the main event of WrestleMania 34 was Roman and Brock 3, in which we thought like that was it. We thought Roman was winning, and it didn't happen. But see, I can't keep guessing that it's going to be I can't keep saying the same 2 guys are wrestling the main event every year.
Why not? I mean,
I wish my SummerSlam picks had me.
Well, you have that. You have that guess, that same guess, at least 2 more times.
Yeah, that's true.
So it happened twice
again,
at SummerSlam, at least.
That
it hasn't
line,
been.
No, it all lines up. I think people did not want Reigns to win that match. I was in the building in New Orleans. Brock won. That was the whole him throwing the title. They ran it back at SummerSlam.
They sure did. That's where Roman defeated Brock. So that was 2018. 2019.
2019. Is this when they ran them all through Brooklyn for a while too?
I think so. I think we're at that point. Which, looking at SummerSlam 2019, that's kind of fucked up, being where WrestleMania 35 was located.
All right, 2019. That's the WrestleMania that I also went to this one. All right, I went to this WrestleMania. Main event was a triple threat women's. Started off the show with Seth beating Brock. So they didn't let the women's main event for that, and that was the only title. Seth versus Brock.
Woo! Okay. SummerSlam 2020, another forgettable matchup.
All right,
to keep you on the loop here, we're at SummerSlam 2020, and you. Okay.
Wait, the COVID started in February that year, right?
Yep. So we're in the COVID era.
All right, so we got.
This might be confusing to you though, because there was a pay-per-view the very next week.
Wait, is this when we did like $1 million? Like the same? Wait, there was one the week after SummerSlam?
Mm-hmm. I will say Brock Lesnar not involved.
Wow.
Well, he wasn't involved in COVID at all other than WrestleMania 36.
Oh, this is what started it all.
What do you got?
My boy. Fuck you. I almost knocked down my tree. I knocked my tree over. The Fiend beat Braun Strowman. And then Roman came out and attacked him. Then there was payback the next week. Roman won the title. And that's where we're at currently.
I was for sure thinking you were going to say that the triple threat match happened at SummerSlam. Very good. All right. I mean, these next two should be a breeze. SummerSlam 2021.
God, now that we're through the reign of Roman. It would be, who did he wrestle last year at Summer? Because it wasn't, so it was Cena. Cena would have been not 22. Was it 20? It wasn't last year. No, Cena was 21.
Very good. And last year.
And then the only one would be left would be our boy one more time. We unified the titles. Brock.
They didn't.
Wasn't that the?
You didn't unify them.
That happened at WrestleMania. It was the rematch. So
yes, but it was the last man standing match in Tennessee where he forklifted up the ring. All right, very good. Only one strike on you. That was very good. That was good.
I remember that. And the Triple H Brock one's funny. That was like the first one I got because I felt like that was something that popped in my mind immediately because I remember stairs and everything. But I don't know if that was at SummerSlam or WrestleMania. But it worked out. Wow.
Very good, everybody.
All right. So we are now going to run through the SummerSlam card and make our picks. So let's do it. All right.
Man, you see, you see SummerSlam, you know, you feel SummerSlam. It's summer. You don't think Detroit.
I was
watching that little video. I'm like, Detroit. What a summer getaway.
I remember making last year's SummerSlam video, and it was like the beach and the ocean or whatever. And I was just like trying to find Detroit landscape. And I was just like, this doesn't seem right, but okay, I guess. All right. So we are going to be making our predictions for SummerSlam. We have, what do we got here? 8 matches announced. That's who we're going to tackle. It seems like the only one that could be added is the Rhea match. And let's be honest, Rhea's going to win. So let's not even worry about it. So we're going to focus on these 8 matches, and we do confidence points. So you put your most confident 8 on what you think is going to definitely win. Your least confident all the way down to 1. You can't repeat numbers. Whoever has the most amount of points at the end will be the champion. I've been on a nice little run. There was a double pay-per-view where it got dropped on a Saturday, and I picked that right back up on Sunday.
Streaky for you at all. You've had it for like 2 months. All right, relax.
So anyway, but then it also just got to add to my Twitter bio of like, I think a 6-time champion instead of 5 times. So actually it just adds to the Charlotte.
Like that is because you won the title first.
Yeah, the Charlotte Flair thing is in effect here. Like, oh man, losing it and winning it right back on the same weekend. That's called a Charlotte. We love that. That's so great.
Yeah, we love it.
So, as your reigning, defending champion, I'm man of the people. I'm going to let you pick any match you want to start off with, and if you want to start, or me. So if you think I'm trying to hold matches for a certain point, you think I'm going to hold Finn and Seth till the end, which I will unless you do that here. You do whatever you want.
You know, thought about this a lot.
I don't like this.
Here we are. Get the card in front of me. Let's start with the Battle Royal. Let's get that out of the way.
He wants to start with the Battle Royal. All right. So, I mean, for this so far, we have a few people announced. I know LA Knight and Sheamus, but I know there's a few more announced. Do you have that in front of you?
Nope.
I can pull that up real quick. Let's pull it up. I believe more people were announced besides those 2. And come on. Gotchas. All right. LA Knight, Sheamus, Ciampa, Nakamura, Otis, and Gable. And again, we're doing this right before SmackDown, so I'm assuming that, again, I mean, we could have a match added. We could have participants added. We could have different angles ending. I mean, we're doing this before the real go-home, so... do you want me to start this off, or do you want to start this off?
Yeah, I'm waiting on a writing utensil. I have a marker, but like it doesn't write well, so I'm waiting for a utensil from up above. And so yeah, you can go.
All right. I mean, I'm just putting together all of this logic with this match. So Slim Jim also just signed a big deal with WWE. So Slim Jim's going to be part of SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and a huge part of WrestleMania in Philadelphia next year. So Slim Jim's, what's up? And Slim Jim, the Macho Man. Oh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim, and we got this match that was basically made for a guy whose catchphrase is, "Yeah,
yeah."
So I don't. This is again. I don't like taking the guy who I think should get pushed. I don't know if he should be winning this battle royal, but I think it was made for him to have a spot in this. Like literally, I think it's Slim Jim. Yeah. It's all, come on, what are we doing here? So I'm going to put more than 1 point on a battle royal. And I can't believe I'm going to pick LA Knight to win something because I don't trust this company at all. I don't know why. This could lose it all for me, but still, I'm going to put 3 on LA Knight.
Okay. All right. No, I dig that. I like that.
He's not going to win it.
I actually
he's going to get tossed out.
I actually had the same thought process. I'm like, there's no way LA Knight doesn't win this match. And I didn't even know, I only know 2 participants. I knew LA Knight and I knew Sheamus. There's nothing you can tell me unless, like, the only way LA Knight doesn't win this is if there is a return in this battle royal. Like an Orton return, a Bray Wyatt return. It would make sense maybe to have Bray Wyatt come out, eliminate the guy who he had a match with.
But there's no stipulation. There's nothing for this match. Like if there was something,
you don't know that could change.
That is true tonight.
Oh, we have a shit talker in the chats. We have a shit talker in the comments. Wow.
That's funny. That's funny stuff. Yeah, we'll be hearing your picks. We'll be hearing your picks here. So
doesn't care to come on the show, but whatever.
Calm down there.
Anyway,
down there.
I also went LA Knight, and I also put more than 1 point on it.
Wow! Look at us.
Very funny.
We're doing good.
Yeah, I put 2 on him though. I put 2 on Mr. Knight. And I will tell you right now, Dana also went with LA Knight, but she was a little I want to say hesitant, but she was cautious. She put 1. She put 1 down on Mr. Knight.
Entertaining a child, putting 1 on LA Knight.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you. All right. Well, I know one. My daughter is super excited for tomorrow. She cannot wait to see LA Knight. I told her most likely it'll probably be like the first.
Yeah.
Probably the first match. I'm guessing.
It may get bumped to the pre-show.
But also, on that note, there's a chance that the Logan Paul Ricochet match could go on first because he wants to make it to.
His
brother's fight.
Where's that at? Vegas, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so it's not that Detroit. It's all tied out. So there's a chance that match is going on first or second, probably. So, yeah, I mean, and that's going to be wild too. He's going to be Logan Paul's going to be on.
You want to go to an event that's going to bring eyes off of our product? Ricochet's going over.
Where? All right, so we got that one. Should we go to the? We're talking about it. Let's go.
Let's go to it.
Let's hop on to that one. We have Ricochet and Logan Paul, and you have the floor to start this one off here.
I do. I just think LA Knight's on the brain. Oh God.
Yeah.
I think Logan has just taken too many L's for the amount of money that they paid him to sign a contract. He lost at WrestleMania. He did not win at Money in the Bank. I love Ricochet. I don't think he is looked at as somebody who will beat Logan Paul, even though he should beat Logan Paul because he's more talented than Logan Paul, and Logan Paul is a piece of shit. But I hate this company, and I think they'll go with Logan Paul because Logan Paul's a douche, and Logan Paul, for some reason, has a million and millions of viewers for some reason. I'm going to go Logan Paul. And I'll put a musky 5 on it.
You son of a bitch. It looks like, how did you get my info?
Oh, stop it. No, it looks a little musky 5. You have the same exact thing? Logan with a 5.
Logan with a 5. Yeah, I mean, he's been taking a lot of L's recently.
Yeah, what it comes down.
He won with SummerSlam, I think, last year. Possibly.
I don't even remember who he fought at SummerSlam last year.
Like the Mysterios or the Miz with something?
I
don't even. But it's been a while since.
He hasn't really won, so I think this is it. Dana has also gone with Logan Paul.
Nice, she's a Loganite.
She was. She was ready to write the R for Ricochet, but something came over her and decided to go Logan. She put 4 on Logan.
All right, she's hanging around. I see what you're doing there. Dana. Yeah. All right, so let's see what we should do now. We did the Battle Royal. We did Ricochet. Let's do Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. This is an MMA rules match.
Is this in a cage, or is this just in a ring, or do we know any of that stuff, or is it just like a submission match?
There hasn't been anything. Again, this is something I guess that could get added on to more info tonight. If I hear MMA rules, I'm assuming that there's no pinfall.
Right.
I'm assuming it's going to be knockout or submission.
Right.
I don't know if we're doing 3 rounds or 5 rounds of 5 minutes.
Or it's just until somebody taps out or gets knocked out.
In UFC, I mean, title fights are 5 rounds, 5 minutes. Normal fights, we got 3 rounds, 5 minutes. I'm assuming that we're going that route. And there's all these rumors of Ronda being done with the company and finishing up. But does that mean this is it, or we're going to have another one? Are we going to be splitting this down the middle, 1-1? I'm going to be biased here. I mean, I'm sure people are probably leaning this way anyway, but I want that Shayna Baszler that we had, right? Elimination Chamber. I've said it so many times. Elimination Chamber, Philly, 2020, right before COVID. She fucked everybody up. She was what I was so let's go on. I wanted this feud at WrestleMania. I thought maybe we would get it in Philly. I don't know, but I love Shayna. I've always been a Shayna Baszler guy. I can't go against Shayna. I had a little bit more on this, but I dumbed it down a little bit because I feel like if they're going to stretch this out, Shayna's not winning the first match. But I still have a decent number on it. I'm throwing 4 on Shayna.
You son of a bitch. How about you? I also have Shayna with 4 points. That is impeccable. And Dana seems to be always just like 1 point shy of us all these matches so far. She has Shayna for 3 points.
I thought that's where she was going to pull the Ronda, and I was like,
I think there was some little like, I think there was, but I mean, ultimately she went
back and forth. Like that's the one where maybe you could take a shot. Maybe.
See, I didn't think it was. I think Shayna's got this like no questions asked. And that's without hearing the rumors of Ronda possibly being done. It's just Ronda. This second run, Ronda just sucked.
Yeah. All right.
Not interested in Ronda this go around.
We're gonna avoid those title matches for now. Let's do this one. Let's do the IC title. We have Gunther and Drew McIntyre. And, sir, you have the floor.
I sure do, don't I?
Drew is back. We'll just give some. Drew's back. He was away for a while. There could have been some smoke to the fire of AEW rumors. He's back. Big match. IC title. Gunther is on a legendary run, number 2 all time, holding the title. Just one man basically blocking him from potentially breaking the record of the Honky Tonk Man. That man, Drew McIntyre.
All right. This is really hard. This is really, really hard. But I don't know. So I'm going to say I don't know.
And Mike's
seriously. Actually, all right. So weighing the options.
I'm hard right now.
Hey,
Let me pick.
Life, bro.
You guys are scaring me. Oh, sorry. This is
My kid's right up there.
I know. I can hear her too.
She's like standing there like Children of the Corn.
Yeah, I know. This is very creepy.
Yeah, that's very. Turn this away.
Yeah, thank you.
Look, I gotta go Gunther here. I think the story's nice. I think they care. I think he's like 2 months away from breaking Honky Tonk.
I think it's less than that.
Right? So I think they're just gonna go with it. And
there's an India show coming up, I think in like September they're doing.
He's not from India, is he?
Nah, but I'm assuming he's gonna probably be fucking. Did you see Shanky's gonna be there?
Oh, bet. Nice.
He's gonna like dance and stuff again.
Sick.
Shanky's dope. He should have been the title of this episode. Sorry, Shanky.
I will go Gunther, and I will put 1 point on it.
1? Oh man! See, this is where I switched up and I boosted Gunther.
Really?
I feel like if you look at all the like historical title reigns of all the titles recently, they're trying to, like with Bianca, with the Usos, with Roman, they're trying to have current people hold these long title reigns. And Gunther's so close to it. For the Honky Tonk Man, come on. I think they're going to blow past this. I think there's an easy way to do it with Ludwig and Giovanni. We can have some shenanigans and we can carry this feud on. And I think Drew could be the man to take this title from Gunther, because I think Gunther should be in the heavyweight championship title picture soon. So yeah, I got Gunther. I'm throwing 6 on Gunther.
Whoa. Well, it seems as if we have an interesting dilemma developing. Dana has a knack for getting us super duper worried with some of her picks. Last month, it was Damian Priest winning Money in the Bank. We scoffed. We laughed. What do you know? Damian Priest won Money in the Bank. She came very close at WrestleMania also of winning this title. And she's throwing her balls around again. She has decided to go with Drew McIntyre here. She has put, I believe it was 2 points on Drew. Yes, 2 points on Drew McIntyre to defeat Gunther for the Intercontinental title.
See, I like that. I just think she should have took her shot with Ronda.
No way. I think Drew has a better shot of beating Gunther than I think Ronda.
I think that title reign means more. Just the same when I was picking Bianca, and then she passed it, and then she dropped the title. I think the same thing. I think he's breaking the record, then they're dropping it. I'll eat shit if I'm wrong, but I just think that's what they're doing. I think Ronda has a shot of pulling off some bullshit and wrestling another match in fucking India. But
fair.
again, I'm not. I like the pick. I'm glad that someone's on the other side. Am I nervous? Yeah. Is this why I'm talking out all this stuff about like India and stuff? Yeah, obviously.
I don't know why we're talking about India. No. Either Drew or Gunther are from India.
Shanky, dude. Shanky.
What's not Shanky? He's not going to take the title from Gunther.
Shanky, Veer,
No.
Jinder.
Yeah.
No. One of those dudes are going to be up. Dude, one of those dudes are going to be world heavyweight championship going into September.
Stop. Get India out of your head.
They're going to have a title shot. They're going to be #1 contender. India's coming, dude. It's the next pay-per-view.
Dude,
India's
they've been in
coming.
Saudi Arabia like 500 times. And Masay, Mansoor, whatever you want to fucking, whoever it is, Mansoor hasn't gotten shit except for a battle royal win.
They should be tag team champions, and they better be in the fucking battle royal at least. There better be a moment with LA Knight and Masay and Mansoor, or if not, fuck this company.
Imagine that stare down. Hogan, Andre, eat your heart out.
I'll be so happy. That needs to happen.
The irresistible force meets the immovable object.
All right. It's a shot in the dark. Drew, hey, he just came back. I mean, they wanted to re-sign him. Hey, we'll bring you back and we'll let you end the – whoa, what's going on? Bray Wyatt?
There's flickering going on.
Maybe part of the deal of him coming back was dethroning Gunther, but not yet. Not yet.
I feel like someone's trying to tell me something.
Let's move on.
You can't reach the light switch.
She's back, the figure.
What are you doing? What do you have? What? She's making gang signs at me.
Wow, she's throwing up.
What are you doing? What is that? Oh, you're painting her nails. Painting her nails. Painting her nails. I did not. Okay, bye.
Mine aren't painted currently. I have not gotten.
Okay, we can continue.
All right, here we go. We're going to move on to the trilogy. We're going to wrap up the Cody and Brock trilogy here. Who's starting this one off?
It's you.
All right. I think I'm not going to go really deep into this one. I mean, he just had a Peacock documentary coming out. This is a rubber match. I'm like a half hour into it, but also a lot of people just talking about it, just saying it's like nothing really new that we've seen. It just follows basically the stories that we've seen already told, the pack and everything.
Look, the way he talks about his father and the way he talks about his daughter in that documentary, in those 2 hours, fucking moves you. I was crying like a baby for like a quarter of it. It was like really, really just emotional.
Yeah, I'm going to finish it, but I heard just a lot. I heard that Triple H made the secondary company comment.
Yeah, that was pretty funny and true.
But I'm about a half hour into it. I was shocked that it was like just a little over 2 hours long. So I was like, all right, I have to strap in. But yeah, this is, I mean, we're moving the story along. I'm guessing, again, we're still leading to this Cody Roman landing in WrestleMania 40. So I think I think Cody's winning. I got 7 on Cody.
Yeah, I have me and Dana are in the same boat here. We have Cody and we put an 8 spot up there.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, what do you guys think? There's going to be a new tribal?
I don't.
You guys fit in set. You guys saving your.
I don't want to give anything away, but we've made moves.
I don't. Now that you just said that, I don't like the way this is all unfolding now. I'm very nervous. I'm more nervous than I was before when she was involved in this. Yeah. Whoa. Like a Joey Lawrence. Whoa.
Whoa.
All right. Let's see here. No, we have the 2 main men's. All right. We're going to women's. Asuka defending against Bianca and Charlotte Flair. You're starting this off. Charlotte Flair's in a title match. What could possibly go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what you guys do here now.
We actually have. That's funny. We actually have the same pick and point total again, coincidentally. Huh?
We all might.
Possibly. I'm looking at you. You don't have the same point total. You already used your point total. Oh, you know what? Dana used her point total too. Hold on. I messed up.
AEW collusion.
I messed up her point total.
AEW collusion.
We need to take care of business, Dana. But I'll give my pick out.
She's not going to take care of business. I'm going to take care of business.
We have the same winner, okay?
Who's this winner?
It's Asuka.
Oh, Asuka?
Asuka is the winner. I will put 3 points on her. Dana, on my notes here, I hope you're still watching. You have
talking her shit.
You have Shayna 3 points and Asuka 3 points. You're missing a 6, so you need to let me know where you want that 6 at. You feel me? Asuka for 3 though.
All right, so it seems like Charlotte and Bianca are more interested in each other than the title.
Everyone heard that one, all right? Asuka 6.
So it seems like Charlotte and Bianca have this, and it seems like that is leading towards WrestleMania. And I don't think a title change right now is going to. What was that?
You think Charlotte Bianca's going towards WrestleMania? I think
Charlotte Bianca is going to be a WrestleMania match with a title involved, but I don't think it's going to. I don't think Asuka's losing the title yet, because I don't think they can do that soon, because we still have a lot of time, and we have Io Sky walking around with this Money in the Bank. Out of all the Money in the Banks that are held, I feel like the women's could be cashed in by the end of tomorrow night.
Fair.
And I think Io Sky could also be champion by the end of the night, probably. But I think I got Asuka. I got 2 on Asuka.
Okay.
But if there's a Money in the Bank cashed in tomorrow, I would probably go women's more than men's, because it could be interesting.
That is interesting.
All right. We have 2 matches left, and I'm saving this one.
Come on. No.
The Tribal Chief versus Jey Uso, the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. The Tribal Chief is up for grabs. The title's up for grab. We didn't say last week, but he came out last week with just the new title. He didn't even have the other 2 there, but then they were on ESPN, though, so I don't know what's really going on.
Yeah, I'm on ESPN, so I'm assuming they're still here to stay.
I don't know if that's like just a showing thing, but I guess if we see on SmackDown tonight that he comes out with just Goldie again, I guess that's just the TV thing then.
Yeah.
Which I think is smart, because then it's it starts becoming a little bit confusing.
Just a little.
So
yeah, this is me. No, is this me or you?
Yeah, I think you got this.
Oh, all right. Roman 7. Roman
8.
I think there's just a tiny smidge chance that they try to make a star here in Jey Uso.
We're gonna know.
I know they won't, but if anyone, I know you probably people hear this all the time, oh, if anyone deserves it, it's Sammy or it's Cody it's Jey.
Think of the television programming after it. If Roman's not in the title picture and it's Jey Uso as the champion.
Oh, I get it. I just don't know.
It's not. It's one of those. You're gonna know, I think, when it happens now, because you had opportunities where it's like the Drew, the Sammy. You're gonna know when it's gonna happen. Jey Uso's not it. Not yet. I think we could get Jimmy coming back. It's gonna be shenanigans. We're gonna have a long movie, 40-minute epilogue to end the show. It's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna fucking love it.
Do you think there's? I'll save that question for the end after we do our predictions.
But yeah, I got 8 Roman.
Dana has 7 on Roman as well.
So we're switching up Roman and Cody a little bit. And here it is. Here it is again. We're running it back.
The main event.
We're running it back. Seth Rollins, your champion, versus Finn Balor. Damian Priest is not on the card, lurking with his Money in the Bank contract. And I get to start this off. And I only have a lonely little one left. I've thought I was bouncing back and forth on this the whole week, but I've always been on one side. And I'd be like, but it's Seth Rollins, I kept saying. But it's Seth Rollins. The only way I see this story playing out is if Seth Rollins loses this title. So I'm picking Finn Balor, putting 1 on it. I just think that's the story right there. I've said it late. Like, everybody has something in Judgment Day, and we now have tension. We have maybe Finn being like, go after Roman. Him trying to push him away from, and I just think there's a lot of cool things you can do with that, where we just see Rollins beat Balor again. And then maybe you could do the cash in with Priest, but I just don't see the fun in that. So I think usually 9 times out of 10, the jaBROni World Champion Topher McCann would take Seth Rollins here. But even though I'm not going out, it's only 1 point, but it could mean everything. I'm going Finn Balor, 1 point. He's going to win the championship for a little bit, maybe. I think Seth Rollins is winning this match, but I have to take picking Finn away from you.
Hell yeah, Finn. Hell yeah. Dana is on Finn, 5 points. I am on Finn. Problem with that, though, is I'm looking at this card here. Me and you have the same picks. So,
this is why this was all led to the end, because now you have to make a decision.
There is a chance that title comes home, but not my possession.
That's true.
So Dana's in the ball game.
She is.
If I pick you, I'm not in the ball game. No matter what happens, I'm not in the ball game.
You have to pick Seth Rollins here.
I have to pick Seth Rollins. And I'm going to pick Seth Rollins. But I want it to be known that I don't want Seth Rollins to.
I know, but I want to, if I lost the title somehow, I wanted to lose it picking your boy over my longtime boy.
So I'm picking 6 points on Seth Rollins.
I love that. I love it.
I had a strategy, and actually the strategy worked out. I know you, I know me, I know we would have the same exact card, and I told Dana, I knew Dana, and I knew we all would have the same exact card. So I told Dana, hey, you might want to back up in case we have the same card. I'm going to have a backup idea if we have the same card. My backup was picking Seth. If you picked Finn, and you did. So I was prepared to do this. And, Dana was like, hey, if he picks Gunther, I'll pick Drew. And she did. So there you have it. We all are in the game.
It's going to be an interesting closing to the night. Everyone is open for it. I
think it's wide open too. I think any 3 possibilities could happen.
I think I looked at odds before we started. They were even odds, and Rollins shifted to a slight favor, which I don't like. I don't like that. I usually like when someone's like plus 300 because it's a little bit more. But Rollins took a little slight advantage, so that's a little scary. But I think storytelling-wise, I'm giving this company too much credit with telling a good story.
After everything we've been through with LA Knight and Cody Rhodes and stuff, you are.
Picking LA Knight and Finn Balor could end this off for me, but maybe they're listening.
It was rumored that LA Knight was his push was to start after SummerSlam. So one more fuck you. But
dude, fucking Omos is winning the Battle Royal, definitely.
Before we exit the SummerSlam thread here, last week's show, or maybe 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, pretty confident over there. You mentioned rumors of returns. Do you see any returns happening?
I can't say the one because they're reported to be in Detroit. I don't want to give anything away for you.
All right, thank you.
But yes, and this is the person. That's the person that I would say is probably returning. Is the person that's rumored to be there. Again, they could just be the Undertaker's there this weekend, but I don't think he's going to
get involved. He's the new leader of Judgment Day.
And this isn't. But Bobby Roode's there. There was an article out there like Bobby Roode returning, but it's like Bobby Roode returning isn't a.
This woman is up at the top of the steps asking if we're scared. You scared? Scared.
Nah, I'm not scared. I'm a Finn Balor guy. I'm a Gunther guy. I'm a Ludwig Kaiser guy. I'm fine. I'm fine. Are you fine? That's the question.
She's fine.
But returns, I don't want to say because the one person I think return is. He's there.
I think I know who you're talking about, so I'll be comfortable asking you this: do you think The Rock returns?
No, that's not on my radar. I think the person who I think returning would be on TV every week. I think people would like it, and it's not Bray Wyatt.
Oh, well, that's that. I thought you meant Bray Wyatt, which only means one thing. Interesting. Okay. I hope Dana didn't hear that because I would like her to be surprised.
That would be fun. I don't know what you do and what
you think you would be on TV every week.
Well, no, I think he'd be on TV more. I saw some articles still about Bray Wyatt with him not in creative plans, and he's not like cleared. And again, that could be bullshit too. But I'll get excited for a Bray Wyatt return when it happens. But yeah. I think we get a return at SummerSlam. We always do. We've been getting one for years here.
It was what Edge returned 1 year. It was like Lesnar returned.
We can. Anybody else of a law? I mean,
Reigns,
Big E, maybe. But I think we're getting one. I think it'll be good.
Where would you put that specific superstar?
I have no idea. You just come out and just do your finisher on somebody and.
It's like let's roll out Elias or something.
Come out and Come out and do your famous move to Logan Paul or something after he loses or something. I don't know. Like help him up and then
Like it.
I don't know. Just being a nerd, thinking of cool things. All right, SummerSlam predictions. Locked in. All right. Before we get out of here, it's time to do the classic jaBROni of the week.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
This is exciting. jaBROni of the week. Watch out, it could be you. All right, jaBROni of the week time. We go through last week. Life took it.
Life took it big time. Life basically should take it again, but I won't.
Yeah, I mean technically that would be fair. What do you got here?
All right. Well, we live in very sensitive times these days. To where you really can't. You gotta be careful with what you say. Gotta be careful what you say. Gotta be careful what you say to people. Gotta be careful what you put on the internet. Gotta be careful what you do at nightclubs. Gotta be careful what you do to your employees and what you say to your employees. One thing I won't stand for is a good old-fashioned body shame. One thing that I really won't stand for is somebody who body shames somebody when that person was probably a victim of said body shame. So, with that being said, I don't know if you know this story or not. Lizzo is on my radar for jaBROni.
No, you literally have the same story that I. Bananas.
Bananas. Bananas. I mean, the person who let that banana situation happen should probably be jaBROni of the week too. Because what the fuck?
Kristen, my wife, did not believe me originally when I told her about this story.
Pretty wild. I do have a snippet of the article that I sent to my. Now think of this. I go into work, right? I wake up 3 a.m. every morning. Go into work. I open up my laptop, type in stuff, check out some news articles before I really get to work, and I see this stuff on Lizzo. Let's go here first. She allegedly, I'll do allegedly, started fat shaming her backup dancers. I guess I don't know the exact words, but basically she was fat shaming her backup dancers, and 3 backup dancers came out and he said something. So, but that wasn't it. She also kind of pressured these dancers into doing certain things. For instance, one of those things was to touch nude dancers during a live sex show in Amsterdam's red light district. And I'll read this snippet real quick as I pull it up. This is just a snippet, meaning like other things could have happened. But this is what caught my eye at 4 a.m. and really woke me up. The trip to the Amsterdam strip club. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name. Banana Bar, which is kind of funny due to circumstances. Happened after a performance in the city earlier this year, The lawsuit that is, states that Lizzo's after parties were routine and non-mandatory, but alleges that those who attended were favored by the singer and had greater job security, which I think is the case for a lot of jobs out there. However, a lot of jobs don't require you to do the following. At the club, Lizzo allegedly began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers. Okay, let's break this down. Touching the nude performers. You and I, we've had our fair share of adventures at clubs where touching is probably not good, but also kind of like sometimes it's cool depending how deep your pockets are. My pockets never were that deep, never wanted to be that deep. Because, that's, come on. Touching the nude performers, okay. Catching dildos. All right, let's talk about catching dildos. Who hasn't been like, who hasn't snatched multiple dildos out of the air,
I got good reflexes. I play softball. I can catch a lot of dildos.
Put them in the pitching machine.
I'm
adding
base hits up the middle at least.
If you were doing that, no big deal. They didn't put them in pitching machines. They weren't firing off from pitching machines. Oh no. Damn, lost the article. Here it is. Catching dildos launched.
I love that word.
Is launched from the performers' vaginas. All right, let's break that down. So you're catching dildos. That's one thing. Throwing them in a pitching machine. That's another. Catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas. Now, I got to ask. I don't have a vagina. Don't have one. Never had one. Probably will never have one. I need to know. Dana, I don't know. You're a mother. I don't think you've launched anything from your vagina. Certainly not in my direction.
A child.
She kind of fell out. Not necessarily launched. Because when you say launched, you're launching, like Ryan Howard launches one into, left or right, you launch it. Maybe you have experience with things getting launched at you via vagina. Can it get launched? This isn't like blowing bubbles with the thing. This is like launching.
Dana was here before. This is where we need her.
She definitely tuned out because she just
put a hypothetical dildo inside of you. Could you launch it?
I want to know,
like pelvic. Would it be like a pelvic exercise that you would have to like?
I don't. But that's like a lot of questions here. It's unclear, and I think we need to get to the bottom of it. Interview some of these dancers who've launched these things.
It's like the Nerf dart that you put in and then you press down and it shoots up.
Right. I want to know launch angle. I want to know exit velocity. I want to know the analytics behind launching a dildo. Okay. I need to know these things.
Launch angle.
Yes, I need to be prepared for these. Oh, but we're not done.
Does this shit get bananas?
It gets BANANAS. Not only were they catching dildos launched, I use that word again, launched from the performers' vaginas, but they were eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas.
Were they smushed?
I don't know. I mean, you could freeze the bananas and you could basically use them as a dildo. So they could have been frozen. I don't see a banana entering a vagina intact still. Some of them, they got to be ripe as fuck, if they were sitting around there, they're gonna fall apart.
Yeah, chocolate covered frozen banana maybe.
I take issue with the protruding part because I don't know what the fuck that word means, and I don't appreciate when my jaBROni of the Week's article has a word that I don't know what it means because I can't analyze it the way I'd like. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that means. Does that just
means like poking out?
All right. So in my eyes, I was picturing a banana sticking out, like a full banana, maybe like the tip was just in. But now poking out makes me think that the banana was all the way in and just the tip was poking out. So now I'm confused. So, and then Lizzo turned her attention to, I'm assuming is the plaintiff, and began pressuring her to touch the breasts of one of the nude women performing at the club. Lizzo began leading a chant, goading the plaintiff, and she said loud enough, the plaintiff said loud enough for all to hear, "I'm good," expressing her desire not to touch the performer. Eating bananas out of a vagina. I mean, hey. Whatever Lizzo's into, by all means. She has come out and denied these, saying these allegations are ridiculous and outrageous.
She also hired the same attorney as all the big shot Hollywood guys, like Jonah Hill has currently, Johnny Depp.
Why does Jonah Hill have one? What he do?
Something with the dating a girl, and she came out saying that he was being aggressive with text messages. You could do the research. I don't want to drag him under, but she came out saying that he was being abusive through text messages, it seemed, with his demand. He didn't like her lifestyles and the way he was texting her. I guess she didn't like, and she exposed it years later. This was a few weeks ago this came out. But yeah, the whole Lizzo thing was the top. I mean, how could you not? That story that had me dying the whole week.
Yeah. The best thing that came out of this was the fact that I found out that people call Chris Christie the white Lizzo. I think that is fantastic. Yeah, I mean, there you go. That's
Lizzo was definitely mine this week. I also had an honorable mention for just Britney Spears. Still,
she's doing some weird shit on Twitter or X, hasn't she?
Instagram, man, she just isn't. I retweeted it from the jaBROnis Twitter or
I was wondering why you didn't retweet it. You reposted
insane dances, and then that one I retweeted, like the last 3 seconds she's dancing the whole time, and the last 4 seconds she's just humping the ground. Like it cuts and she's like in the background and she's just like humping the ground for 4 seconds. I'm like, why did it end like that? I don't know what's up with Britney Spears, but yes, bananas shooting out of vaginas and dildos. Lizzo. jaBROni of the week.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
All right. We've gone 2 hours. We're going to get out of here. You can
talk about,
follow the jaBROnis on X. We are jaBROnis Pod. We're also on YouTube, the jaBROnis Pod, Twitch, jaBROnis Pod. All episodes available on that YouTube. We got the playlist, everything from the very beginning. Also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You could follow me on X. Happy jaBROni.
I'm who am I? I'm Philly jaBROni on X.
Philly jaBROni 1.
Lot of oh yeah, sorry, Philly jaBROni 1. If you do Philly jaBROni, you'll find things with bananas, and you don't want that. Lot of reactions coming out about this LaFisto thing. Soraya has commented. Britt Baker has kind of commented. A lot of
from what was said. Anything before we get out of here? We have to ask.
Yeah, so let's see. Soraya. I mean, I saw Soraya's earlier, just didn't really bring it up because I don't fucking like her. But let's see. Wow. The narrative going around is very disheartening considering someone says they want the best for women's wrestling but buries it in a number of tweets. I will say, being in this company close to a year, my favorite part is being with the girls in the locker room. They uplift, support, and laugh with each other every week and only want the best for one another. We hype each other up. We buy each other wrestling gear sometimes just as a little surprise. We text each other daily, and we are there as a shoulder too. This is one of the best locker rooms I've been in, and I refuse to let people twist it to be otherwise. Love you all. I believe. I don't know if. MJF has a comment here that she. Yeah, all right. MJF has also commented on this. If you listen to miserable people who never made it in this sport, that's not exactly the brightest thing to do. Use your brain. If someone's been in professional wrestling for over a decade and you find them to be talented, but they've never truly panned out, there's a reason for it. Number 1, lack of talent. Number 2, difficulty to work with. Number 3, delusional. Just to name a few. People love to talk ill of companies and will say things like, I'm the only person who's brave enough to speak up. And when in reality, the only reason you're spewing bullshit is because you are aware deep down you aren't going to make it. So what's the harm in spewing reckless lies and trying to hurt hard-working, talented people on your way down to obscurity? We have an amazing women's locker room. Sorry, not sorry. And so Raya retweeted that. Just, man. Nyla Rose.
That's a champion right there.
Yeah, Nyla Rose. One person's personal experience is not A, the gospel truth, B, facts, C, anything but one perspective influenced by personal experience and interaction. I'm sad, hurt, annoyed, angry, and honestly a little betrayed. Funny thing is, it's not by a single woman in our locker room. And then I'm trying to figure out what Britt Baker said, but the tweet she was responding to was unavailable, and I can't get to it. All I know is she, in response to a tweet, she said, and why is that? Because you read on Twitter, must be true. I love AEW and I love our women's locker room. To which somebody responded, and Thunder Rosa, are the claims that you wanted to shoot on her true? Is Lufisto lying about that? Is what she said true or false? To which Britt Baker said, false. Thunder called the meeting to discuss multiple and personal issues. There was no meeting to shoot on her. These are salacious Twitter rumors. I'm sure when she's ready, she can help clarify. And that is...
And like that's what you said in the beginning. It could just be somebody just
still don't know who Lufisto is. Lufisto. So, there you go.
Beautiful.
Ruby Soho just came out. Sorry. Ruby said, the women in the AEW locker room don't just claim to be in support of women's wrestling, they show it. Whether you see it or not, the ones who don't ask for credit after they stand in gorilla and cheer for 2 women who beat each other to a pulp for your amusement. The ones who lend an enhancement talent their knee pads because they forgot theirs at home. The ones who sit in the locker room with a sobbing peer for an hour to console her when she's having a bad day. Those women are silent heroes. Just because the voices you hear are the loudest doesn't mean those voices are speaking the truth. First off, if you're a wrestler and you forget your fucking knee pads, and she said that's her only statement. And now the Eagles have responded to it. The Philadelphia Eagles have responded to this, saying, we are aware that the legal matter involved... Oh, wait, that's different. Never mind. All right. Never mind. Yeah, that was it. That's it.
All right. Good. Beautiful. All right. Anything else before we close it up here?
If you're going to the Phillies game, standing over Trey Turner. He needs it. He needs it. He needs it. He needs it. Get out of his head. Get out of his head. You're probably already there. It starts in a half hour. He needs it. He needs it.
Everybody, enjoy SummerSlam. We will be back next week talking the fallout and the build to India and All In and All Out, but mainly India. We're going to India after this.
We're going to know what the WrestleMania main event is tomorrow after tomorrow. I guarantee it.
After tomorrow, really?
Yep.
And we have many out.
Think about it. The tickets go on sale in 2 weeks. We know we're gonna know something.
All right. jaBROnis. Out.
jaBROni, jaBROni, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
We don't believe you, jaBROnis. Nah. We don't believe you, jaBROnis. Nah. We don't